Welcome guys, my name is George and thanks for joining me on this video for how to cook barbecue chicken. Imagine cutting into your next barbecued chicken breast and seeing glistening juicy meat. What is the secret to getting moist chicken meat? In this video I'll walk you through my steps and process for getting juicy barbecue chicken. Come join me. Each of these chickens is about 5.5 pounds, so they should cook fairly evenly between the two of them. I'm going to get them on right now. I've basically got them seasoned up with a kind of a general seasoning, and then also with my barbecue rub that I use. So I've got both of those on there right now. Put a little bit of cooking spray on them. Hopefully that'll help crisp up the skin a little bit. And then we'll get these things on here about right now. It's about 275, I think, is where I got my temperature. Oh, got up to 280 right now. So we're just in the cooking range right now. And I'll try to maintain the temperature between, I'll probably have it set, go no lower than 275, let it go up as high as 310. And I'll just maintain the temperature like I showed you earlier, just by adjusting the inlet on the air inlet on the firebox. So we've been cooking for about a little over an hour now. So at this point I want to take a temperature of where the meat currently is. So this is going to be the first time I've opened up the cooking chamber since I put the meat on. I'm going to take a look and see where the temperature is, and then I'm going to put a probe in one of the chicken breasts to see, or to have the thermometer here measure it during the cooking process. So I want to take it up to about 165 degrees, but I don't want it to go over. So I want to be very careful as I cook this to not go too high on the temperature of the chicken breast and dry it out. So what I'm going to do now is open it up. I'm going to use my little ThermoWorks here pen to measure the temperature, and then I'll go ahead and put a probe in. As you can see, the chickens are looking really good right now. They're starting to brown up a little bit. I'm going to check the breast temperature right now. Okay, so that was only at about 98 degrees. So it's got a long way to go yet. So I'm going to just go ahead and close this thing up and let it keep cooking. Since I'm running a little bit hot right now on my temperature, now is a good time to go ahead and open up the cooking chamber and I'll check my temperature again. It's probably been about 20 minutes since I last checked the temperature. I'm going to go ahead and give it another check. If I'm getting around 120 degrees or so on that breast temperature, I'll go ahead and put the probe in it and attach that to my Ready Check Maverick, and then have that monitor the temperature of the chicken breast itself. So I'm about 115 degrees on each of the chicken breasts. So I'm going to go ahead and put the probe in right now, and that way I'll monitor it throughout the rest of the cook. Put that into the meat, and then I go ahead and attach it to the Ready Check. And then I'll close it back up. Well, my alarm's going off now, so that means the meat has now reached 165 degrees. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up. I'm going to take my little ThermoWorks pen here and just verify the temperature with this and make sure we're at 165 degrees in the breast meat. If we are, I'll put on my Echo grips here and grab onto each of those chicken breasts and pull them off here and put them in the pan, and we'll be ready to let those rest a little while, and then we can dig into them a little bit later. Oh yeah, that one's sitting 168. That one over there is a little bit hotter at 170. So they are definitely ready to come off.
cutting them.
Lost a little bit of juice on that second one. Got a little stuck to the grate. Okay, I brought these chickens in the house now. I'm gonna let them rest here for a few minutes, probably about 10 minutes more. Put a little bit of aluminum foil over top of them, and then they'll be ready to carve into, and we'll be able to have dinner tonight. Looking good. I'm back here at the smoker, and the chicken dinner was awesome. That chicken turned out perfect, juicy all the way through. Couldn't have asked for anything better. Recapping and barbecuing a chicken, basically get the temperature up 275 degrees to 300 degrees, maintain that temperature. These two chickens that I cooked today, they're about 5.5 pounds. They took about 2.5 hours to complete. Bring the breast meat up to 165 degrees and pull them off the smoker, let them rest for about 20-25 minutes, and then they're good to cut into. So that worked out perfect today. If you like the video, go ahead and click the like button. If you look down below, I'm going to list all the instruments I used for cooking today. So I'll have my thermometers, the gloves, a lot of that stuff. If you're interested in looking that up on Amazon, I'll have links in there for that. Otherwise, if you have any comments, please leave those below as well. And I'd be interested to see what others have to say about how they smoke chicken. So thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.